Howdy, everybody. How's all my YouTube family doing? It's late in the day, but not evening yet. I don't know if you can hear me or not, but it's hot enough that I'm going to finish putting this water seal down. It's got time to dry, so I'm going to get that done. This is going to take me a little while, so I won't make you suffer with me. I'll just get it done. Show you what I've done when I finish. I cut you all off just in time and let you go, because I set my phone back up there after I cut it off, and the wind blew it off the truck. I mean, y'all had a terrible headache if I had left it on. Whew, boy. But I got it poured on I got it poured all over it. Now I'm just gonna rub it in. I ain't gonna let me set my phone up this time. Don't want y'all getting hurt. Okay, I've got that stuff put on this whole ramp and up on the top in front of the door there, and that board over there that I replaced that I hadn't did yet. And I can still go in the door on the end down there instead of this one. I can go into the kitchen. All I gotta do is step over that two boards that I got the stuff on. Everything else is got it on it. Just gotta let it dry. Well, I hope everybody's having a fantastic day and they're out sharing their smile with people. I haven't got out very little past few days. It's just been a little rough patch going on here. But the last major thing I really did, I went and got that board. Yesterday, Scott and Petra was out burning the pile of stuff, tree limbs and stuff out there. And I saw the fire on the camera and I walked out there, but I walked out there and turned around, said very few words, and I had to go back in the house. I just turned around, went back in. But I'm still smiling. I just ain't able to get out and share it a whole lot. But I wouldn't have gotten out today, but somebody needed me to help them with something real quick, and that motivated me to come outside. And once I got outside, I thought, well, I'm on my feet no matter what, so I might as well get this done. At least I can say that's done with. And I got that board leaning on the hole over there. Wind's kind of blowing. I figured it blowed it over by now, but it's been sitting there ever since the other day. I forget what day it was I did it. I went and got it. It's been 2 or 3 days ago anyway. But yeah, I'll holler back at you when I get my breath a little better and can think a little better. But have a blessed day, and I'll talk to you in a little bit. Well, it hadn't been too long since I spoke to you. Porch is still drying. I managed to walk down to the barn, and Scott unloaded some square bales of hay under the shed down there. Talked to him while he was doing that. And back to the house. Now, I asked you the other day what your favorite channels were to watch. And a few people answered me. And I have to agree with most of them. But the Eddy Family Farm is number one. And I like some of these other creators too, but if I had to watch a live of one or versus the other, it would be the Eddy Family Farm or one of their channels, Morning with the Eddies, all the same to me. It's them, it's whatever they're doing. I'm not saying the other ones don't seem to be real, because I'm sure for them, they are. But and the Eddy Family Farms is more real of a struggle. I'm trying to say how to say this without messing it up. It's they're reaching for something. They're making the sacrifice to reach it. In my opinion, the ultimate sacrifice. They give up their home and they moved into a camper. They've been in there for over a year now. They've struggled through a lot of different things, but they have a goal. They have something to reach, and at the same time still living their lives. To me, I like that more than I do where so-and-so has their house already built, blah, 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 and they've already got a foundation, blah, 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 and they're having struggling with this other little journey they're doing off on the side. It's a difference, and for some, at some point, it's maybe not, I'm using the wrong words, maybe saying more real, but it's more down to earth, because it's their life. And we're just seeing a little bitty piece of it is all we see. There's a whole lot more. And sometimes when they have those little bitty pieces, it kind of gives you the idea of what you didn't see. People jump to conclusions, they see them put something in a pen or whatever, and then they start sending all these messages. You didn't put no water in there. You didn't put no feed in there. There's no shade, or whatever. But, you have to realize that there's more to what they did than just what little bit they showed you. But that would probably be my number one. Okay, let me go now. I really don't have a second choice. Uh, there's two or three of them I like. Random Okie Farms. That would probably be pretty close to second if I had to pick one. They just down the road from them. Uh, they're down to earth people, it seems to me. I know the Eddy family has said how much they've helped them and loaned them a tractor and, helped them with hay and things through the winter and just good advice and everything else. But now, some people probably don't care for it as much as others, but Longhorn Lester. Now, I want to tell you, I watch him. Now, he is one that I do watch for entertainment because that's what he's trying to do. He's trying his best to entertain people. And he does a pretty good job at it. They get a lot of criticism too, They moved to another property and let their son take over the sanctuary and all this kind of stuff at their other location, and people's accused them of giving up on it and running away from it. They just only seeing this much, always. But they take that little bit and they run with it. But that's what people like to do. People like to look in and take what they want to take out of it and make what they want to make out of it to have a reason to complain. Believe me, if I go out here and run a weed eater, I know it's really, really, really a good idea to wear safety glasses. And I don't hardly ever wear them. That's my choice. There's times in places, you should have probably some snake boots on, but I don't have no snake boots, and so I'm not gonna wear none. You know what I'm saying? Enjoy what you're seeing instead of criticizing what you're seeing. Of course, that's how some people get build their own entertainment, is complaining about somebody else. Now, let me tell you, I do have two channels that I've only watched a handful of times. And one of them is from the Alabama meetup, whatever that was called, Pearls. I don't forgot the name of it. It'd be funny if I tell you. I think, but I'm thinking Pearls of the Past or something like that. But that's not it. And I met her there, and that was G&G Farms. G&G Farms. I've watched her a few times. I've enjoyed hers, and I recommend it. I do. And one of the most newest ones that I've run across is VW Family Farm. VW Family Farm. I've watched her 2 or 3 times. I've watched one of her videos, and I've enjoyed it. I really connected with it. But I'm going to tell you that I'm very picky about what I do watch. There are some others I can't, and I know their names. If I see them, I say, "Oh yeah, I know that channel." But one of them, what's his name? You probably know who I'm talking about. Brandon on Eddy Family Farm knows him. I know the name of his channel. I can't think of it, and I'm sorry, I can't remember it. But he used to be a state trooper. I've watched him for quite a long time. In fact, he's the one that got the Eddy Family Farm, got Brandon involved in starting to make a YouTube channel. But yeah, but that's my 2 newest channels. Is Petals from the Past. That was the name. That was the Alabama meetup. Petals from the Past. It came to me. G&G Farms was there. Very nice lady. She was set up right across from the Walker Farm Fam, which I watched them. That would probably be a close second with Random Okie Farms. They're down-to-earth people, seem to be, and the one so that would probably be my top three. The other ones I enjoy watching sometimes. Sometimes I'm like, oh, you gotta be kidding me. That's all that's what he's gonna do today. He's doing a lot more promotion stuff than he used to. The one that used to be a state trooper. And of course he's trying to make a living at this. I'm not faulting him at all for that. But when you spend too much time on the camera talking about a product than you do about your video, about your farm or whatever that I came to watch, learn about or see about, it's, I walk away from it and leave it playing. I still support them. Leave it playing. I hit the like button because I like it. And that's basically pretty much it for me. But I was really impressed with VW Family Farms with something she talked about the other day, and it was based on how she felt and what she was passionate about, and I was impressed with that. And I watched her a couple other times, and yeah, I like it. But the one that was working from the ground up is the Eddy Family Farm. I don't think anybody, I don't think there's a better one on the air right now. No, they do make good videos. They're not some of these others who do the little tricks that makes it, pop or whatever, even more than they do. I like the down to earth. This is me. This is my life. And that's, it's kind of like I said, that's all I'm going to do. I'm not into all this making me look shiny. I think I look shiny enough already. But yeah, it is what it is. But I want to end this video because I wanted to touch on what I suggested and asked, and I'll give you my opinion on what I think. And I may not have really explained it very well. I think you might get the gist of what I'm saying. I can see the struggle. I can see the labor that they're putting out to make their dream come true. And that's what I like about this show. And look, I've seen a lot over my years, and not that I don't know. It's not that I know everything, but I've touched on quite a bit of things throughout life, and I've had a pretty interesting one. But I like to see when they not sure about what they're doing or how they're doing it, or they're doing something that I maybe did once before, and then realized here was actually a better way of doing it. And I like to see them. Hey, I would be the last one to get on there and start going, you don't know what you're doing. You know, they got to learn. You have to learn. And I see that on quite a few of the younger ones, you know, that, I mean, let's face it, Brandon's, well, Brandon, Stephanie, I don't think Stephanie is as old as my daughter. They're young enough to be my kids. And their kids are young enough to be my grandkids. But I enjoy I really enjoy it. Last night they went live, and just because of the way I've been feeling lately, I wasn't up. I happened to wake up right at the end of it, and I hung in there listening and watching the best I could. My eyes didn't want to focus very well, but as soon as it was over, I was out again. Boink. I was gone again. But I don't think I've missed any lives in a long time, and I just about completely missed that one last night. Look, I went on and on here for almost 16 minutes now, just rambling on. And what all is important is you're watching and doing what you enjoy doing. Don't be so hard on other people because you don't see everything and you don't really know. Take it for granted that if you don't see them, some simple things like they didn't put no water, they didn't put no food, or they didn't this or they didn't that. Take it for granted that they're smart enough to do that, and that you just didn't get to see it on video, instead of jumping all over them. And I'm not saying nobody that's on my channel does that. I really don't think they do. I've got some good people that watch me right now, and they got good hearts, and they're not out to get after nobody like that. But sometimes we can just say things that we don't mean nothing by it. Like somebody got on to me because I was ragging Brandon. I said something, and I don't remember what it was now, but I said something to Brandon. They told me to back off and all that, Hey, look, Brandon's okay. Brandon's a big boy, and if I hurt his feelings, I hope he just tells me I hurt his feelings so I can apologize. But he knows I'm cutting up with him, and I wouldn't hurt him for nothing in the world. I encourage people to go watch his channel. I wear his T-shirts. I'm wearing it. I've got his hat now, and I'm wearing it. And people ask me about it. I tell them, yeah, you need to go on YouTube. And they got a Facebook page too. But I prefer you go watch them on YouTube because I like it better on YouTube. And but if you don't have YouTube, look them up on Facebook. I promote them a lot. I know probably about 7 or 8 people who subscribed, and I watched them push the button, and I've seen them a few times in their live chats, talking, a few of them. And I go, because I think to myself, I know who that is. And some of his followers have come over here and started following me a little bit, and I hope more of them do. I know I'm not as good at this as they are, and I'm not as entertaining as they are. I just live my life, and I just talk about what I want to talk about, and I ramble on about whatever it is I'm rambling on about. But I'm gonna call it in so maybe I can get this under 25 minutes. Maybe I don't know how much I got on my porch done, filmed, but look. Enjoy life. Live it with a smile. Take full advantage of being happy. Grumpy people aren't happy people. Don't waste your time and energy on the little things that don't matter. You'll discover one day what you were all upset about really didn't matter. You know, life is what we make it, and we need to make it a good thing. But anyway, keep smiling, keep sharing it with people, and remember, God bless. And most importantly, remember, Jesus loves you. And with that, random things I do, I'm going to get out of here. See you later. Bye-bye.